Welcome to the Self-Belief Podcast, the show that we shift your self-belief in, because self-belief shifting shifts everything. Just Being You, my long-awaited book, is now live on Amazon. The links are all down below. Wow, today is New Year's Eve 2025. How on earth did we get here? A moment ago, it was just summer. So as we reach the end of another year, I want to ask you something powerful. Who are you becoming? Welcome back to the Self-Belief Podcast. I'm Jenny Field, your self-belief expert from Just Being Me. So who are you becoming? Not the version everyone needs you to be. Not the one you've got to be. Not the one who's always holding it together for everyone else. But your future self. The one that you need and desire. That version who wakes up calm, confident, and totally connected to who they are. Because that version of you already exists. You just haven't given them full permission to lead yet. It's the end of 2025 and I've been doing a lot of reflecting on this year. The things I've done, the moments I've said yes to, and the choices I've made that have allowed me to see just how much I've changed. When I look back at who I was in my 20s, 30s, 40s, and even the person I was a few years ago, I can see how different I am now. The things that used to break me no longer have the same power. The noise in my head just isn't as loud. I notice the calm more easily, and I see my growth. This year has reminded me that you can grow by accident, but growing by choice, it's so much more powerful. Your future self isn't a stranger. They're already with you, waiting for you to stop doubting, stop people-pleasing, and start choosing from self-trust instead of fear. Take a moment, and if it's safe to do so, close your eyes. Picture yourself this time next year. See yourself, maybe with a cuppa in hand, listening to this episode again. Reflecting on how far you've come over 2026. What's changed? What feels lighter? What did you finally stop apologizing for? And what did you start saying yes to? Because growth doesn't happen from staying still. If you make no changes, you stay the same and you get the same results. But even then, life will still happen. Experience will still shape you. The difference is that by choosing those experiences consciously, you decide who and how you want to be. That is self-belief in action. Choosing from awareness instead of reaction. Here's something I often remind my clients. Your brain does not know the difference between imagination and reality. When you start picturing your future self clearly, your mind begins to look for ways to make that image real. A great example of this is when you start to talk about a particular type of car, say a yellow one, and then all you see are yellow cars all over the place. That's because you've brought awareness to your brain of yellow cars. So think about it. How does your future self feel when they wake up? What kind of energy do they bring into a room? How do they talk to themselves when things go wrong? And who are they surrounded by? You don't need a brand new plan. You need intention. Because becoming your future self isn't about doing more. It's about being more of who you already are. If you've got your notebook or your phone handy, write this sentence and let your subconscious answer it. If I trusted my future self to guide me, I would... Don't overthink it. let the truth come through. If I trusted my future self to guide me, I would. Because you see, your future self isn't waiting for January. They're waiting for you to choose differently today, to rest when you need to speak up when it matters, to honour what your body and your heart are asking for. Because every small choice you make now becomes their reality. If you're ready to bridge that gap between who you've been and who you're becoming, message me about my one-to-one coaching or come and join my Learning to Love Myself membership. Both are spaces that support the shift from self-doubt to self-belief, from surviving to leading your life. And change begins when you say yes to yourself. Thank you for spending this moment with me. Here's to a new year that isn't about becoming someone else, but about finally being you. Happy 2026.
Thanks for listening today. If you'd like to know more, you can find all the links down below. Oh, and don't forget to press subscribe so you can catch the next one. See you soon.